wife is back at work today, and I'm trying to find our coverage here. My aunt sent me a link for a story from the Washington Post. So I get all excited. Oh, are we getting attention? And of course we have Trump demotes Manafort, you know, the Russian fucking agent. Well, you know, the other Russian agent. Yeah, I've only been saying that for almost 2 years now, or at least a year now. But, you know, I have friends in Ukraine, so they keep me apprised on these things. Anyways, it's just amazing how little attention people on the front lines in Ukraine get. It just amazes me. There's probably almost 8,000 dead so far. Climbing up towards 10,000 with these new offensives coming up. So anyways, oh, that's dead and missing, excuse me. Bust off to fucking Uzbekistan just like in the old days. Alright, so powerful NSA hacking tools mysteriously surface online. Olympic volunteers are quitting due to long hours. It's really hard to give a crap about the Olympics right now. Oh, you don't say. Wait, hold up. What I've been saying for a year and a half, basically since video number 3, no, I'm not prepared to be on camera right now, but still, I just want you to look. I've been saying this for a long time, people. Everything that's going on right now, I've been saying it was going to happen for a very long time. Long before I even had this YouTube channel, I was saying it on Facebook. Because I had lots of friends on Facebook. I don't use Facebook anymore. Okay. Sorry about the her. So, America is no longer guaranteed military victory. These weapons could change that. I could list them off the top of my head. Namely, the ship-to-ship missile, I think, is the biggest threat. That China just now bought the plans to make from Russia. And it has us outranged by, I think, 120 nautical miles. So they have complete first strike capability as far as ship-to-ship missiles goes. Basically, we would need to maintain overwhelming air superiority in order to equalize a conflict right now. And I do mean equalize. I can't be any more optimistic than that. And meanwhile, this guy, and then that should put it into context, and the Ukraine thing, and so many other things that, you know, that's why I have fucking gazillion videos. Trump is exactly, and I mean this with absolute sincerity and certainty, he is exactly what Adolf Hitler was. Adolf Hitler was a false Jew, not a real Jew. He knew of his Jewish heritage, okay? But his family were adopted Jews. See the Khazarian conspiracy for more information on that. Don't take their stuff word for word, but it's going to give you an idea of what I'm talking about when I talk about the empire of media. Not the format, the empire, okay? Hair looking stupid. Okay. I need a haircut. I was just thinking about getting a haircut before all this bullshit went down. We had spawn while the floodwaters were coming in. My clownfish were spawning, and I got a hatch coming in, and I have no salt water to fill up my fry tank. Yeah, so I don't know what the hell's going to go on with that. I might just have to like siphon them into the grow out tub and just hope there's enough of them that a few survive, because I can try to feed that's a big problem, is my rotifer. Anyways, I'm sure y'all don't want to hear about fucking phytoplankton and crap like that, so moving on with this. Oh my god, it's just a big clusterfuck. we actually had possibly two second-generation KGB agents, which is basically they send a family of two KGB agents here, and they have kids here. And then that person is indoctrinated to an agenda. Oftentimes they don't even know what their actual mission is, but they are made to be successful in spreading whatever indoctrination they get programmed with as children. Okay? And we've witnessed a lot of this unfolding in our faces on TV since 1991. Technically since 1972, but after 1991, we all know what happened. It became normal for our children to dress like prostitutes, basically. Girls under 18 wearing clothing that you'd have gotten trouble for on TV a generation before. Okay? And our history, everything about ourselves, okay, was suddenly given to us, whether you were at church or at school. There were a lot of new scholars and a lot of new scrolls and writings and translations that came from the Cold War ending. Okay, so we could so suddenly we had all this new information about our history and all these new facts about Christianity. But you know what? All of this has happened before. And I pray it won't happen again. See, we've already lost most of our history when Europe essentially fell, leading up to the year 1492. But we just get told a fucking nursery rhyme. So, see anything about the flood yet? Oh boy. Burkini. Trump's pitch to Mormons falls flat. North Korean diplomat based in London has defected. Yes. That's cool. What you don't know about North Korea that you'll find out on this channel is that North Korea is supplied by Vladimir Putin and has been for well over 20 years. So all those times you heard about North Korea making threats, just know that the axis of evil centers around Vladimir Putin. Did you even know that North Korea... Let me get the hair. Did you even know that North Korea shares a border with Russia proper? Not even like a side state or anything, like Russia. There's border right there. They just opened up a whole new train system, and they've been shipping truck equipment. Okay, you know the trucks that carry around the missiles? Oh yeah, gave them lots of those. You know, fire trucks that you need to put out in case the Americans start bombing you? Gave them lots of those too. Nice guy. And now I've officially spread so much truth on this video that I'm sure it's going to get demonetized by the demons. Oh look! Oh wait, what's that? Huh. Okay, so Joey, I'm looking forward to the upload that you might do about the stuff that you've been telling me on text messages. Go ahead and make a spiel about it in the comments here if you want. So, there's been a bunch of satellite launches and a meteor shower. First of all, welcome to spiritual reality, where missiles and rockets and space things don't quite do what they used to. You can learn more about that by actually bothering to search flat Earth. And no, nobody has ever believed it was a square that people could fall off the edge of. That's bullshit that they told you when they told you that nursery rhyme about 1492, isn't it? Yeah, I know. I talk like I know these things, and it's creepy. Oh, forgive me for knowing things. Sorry. So, let's know some things together, shall we? Because it looks like California just got a bit of this meteor shower, which is actually a mass disposable rocket-based reconnaissance agreement that we have. So we let the people know that there's going to be a meteor shower, and that means that basically Cold War type reconnaissance is taking place, firing rockets over each other. Comforting, isn't it? And here we have this 80,000 evacuating from homes in California. Over 80,000. So that's two major regions of this country. Now, could the term be under attack? What would we do at this point? What would we do? America is no longer guaranteed military victory. And apparently we're trying to... See, you know, like, did you hear about that? Did you hear about how we weren't guaranteed any military victory? Well, no. Well, actually, you know, Hillary has actually been talking about Vladimir Putin like he's a threat, a real threat. She's been actually, the reason why she's the media scapegoat is because of that. Because who controls the media? I'm still holding back, people. Look, okay, I'm done with this one. All right, Wendy Dang. Look it up. Wendy Dang. Wendy? Like the fucking hamburger. Dang, like D-E-N-G. I don't know what that's really like. Okay. Lovely lady, you know, for an ancient dragon goddess. But the thing is, it's not a tumor. Okay. The thing is, she was sort of married to Rupert Murdoch and is now Vladimir Putin's girlfriend or something like that. And it's kind of, just look her up. Just look her up. Okay. But I've made a lot of vague references to her for a while. And I suppose that would help everyone figure it out. But Vladimir Putin has been actively infiltrating the United States media, even setting up his entire propaganda network via RT, known as RT, you know, and affiliates, many affiliates, especially here on YouTube. And that's been going on since 1999. That you can easily just track for yourself. So, oh yeah, had to get all them plans in motion before 2001. Definitely had to make a submarine seem like it had disappeared. Alright, so Islamic State may get the headlines, but military threats from Russia and China that most worry top Pentagon officials. Okay, but I guarantee you YouTube's going to think that this is not advertisable friendly content because I'm actually talking about basic national security and American patriotism. What does that say about YouTube? That's why I'm so pissed off lately. Alright, I'm really not trying to show some half-naked bitches on my channel here. Sorry about that. So, before I get to the Washington Post story, let me read this for you. Monstrous California wildfire drives over 80,000 people from their homes. The fire started Tuesday morning and tore through canyons and flew over ridges in every direction with astonishing speed, sending flames 80 feet skyward and forcing tens of thousands to flee their homes by Tuesday night. So California might have just been fucking firebombed, people. But we don't want to provoke Putin by defending ourselves. Do you understand this? We don't want to provoke Putin by giving Ukraine the fucking weapons that they need to defend themselves. And we've been moving soldiers into Europe so that we can get to a point to where we can defend ourselves. Sorry about the her. But it's a welcome mat. I hate to say it. I mean, I really hate to say it. Look how much control Vladimir Putin has on YouTube. It's scary. And you should be actively making people aware of this. But nobody else but I am. At least not for political gain. You know, I'm not trying to get people to one side or the other on politics. I like Hillary Clinton because she's a centrist. Okay? And if it wasn't for Donald Trump being the candidate, I would be giving you neutral, unbiased Republican and Democrat pros and cons here. Okay? I might even have been willing to do that with Jeb Bush. Okay? Even despite his brother's transgressions. But Donald Trump is... Okay, Adolf Hitler was sent by Russia to Germany to destroy the German people by rallying them in the most divisive way possible. Did I say Adolf Hitler or Donald Trump? Donald Trump was sent to America by Vladimir Putin. Hitler was sent by Stalin. Putin, Stalin, Stalin, Putin. Lenin, Putin, Stalin, Putin. Fallen angels. Alright. So, now that the weird creepy shit's out the way, I guess we can get back to us. And the reason why I'm explaining all this crap is so people understand why we're getting ignored right now, really. Louisiana flood victims face long road back to normal. And the picture they show is of, looks like a car lot, and I don't know what that is. That looks like an aquaculture place to me. I don't know. It's just weird how that water's blue like that, if that's not being used for aquaculture. But what you should have here is a concentration of houses, okay? But they're trying to minimize that, just like they're trying to minimize the California story by not showing how widespread everything is. See, they're going to show 3 guys standing there, okay? Show something that represents 80,000 people, or you're chicken shit. People need to realize, some of them don't even realize that they're cooperating with Vladimir Putin. Some people do and don't understand how fucking evil he is, and how when he's done with them, he will simply have them killed. Okay, so anyways, in this August 15th photo, flooded areas of Baton Rouge are seen from the air. Okay. Whatever. If you want to see actual area footage, please catch the aerial footage videos. Please click the like button on them. Please share them as much as possible, as many places as you can possibly think of to share them at. I would appreciate it greatly. And so would all of Louisiana. And anybody west of Texas, go help California. Don't help us. Texas is good at dividing up its own resources. I won't tell them what to do. Okay, so Baton Rouge. 5 days into this disaster, adrenaline is giving way to exhaustion, and for many of those who have left their homes amid rising water, constant churning anxiety about the future. Thousands are still holed up in shelters or at friends' houses on high ground, relying on Facebook videos and word of mouth for an answer to the question on everyone's minds: how bad is the damage? You can't have a question on your tongue. You gotta be on your mind. We still don't know the state of our house, said Justin Sylvester, 21, who lives with his girlfriend and their 11-month-old in Denham Springs, a town east of Baton Rouge that was among the hardest hit. The three of them had been staying since Sunday at an emergency shelter on the vast grounds of Lamar Dixon Expo Center in Gonzales, southeast of Baton Rouge. Sylvester said that the shelter had provided everything his family needed, starting with formula for the baby and clean clothes. But a shelter is still a shelter, a gymnasium lined with cots with no personal space or guaranteed quiet. All the more difficult for a young father who isn't sure whether his family has a place to live or a way to pay the bills. He said he hadn't slept much. I don't even know when we'll be able to go to work, Sylvester said, taking a drag of a cigarette. It's going to be a lot getting back to normal. And you can see all the stuff that's been taken out of the house, just waterlogged with infested water. Because when a city area floods, man, nasty stuff comes up and fucking gets all over everything. And this was a city flood, okay? This was not a rural flood. We're looking at millions affected here. Alright, so after 2 feet of rain began falling Thursday night, water rose quickly in Baton Rouge. Yeah, I'll say. And migrated east and south, leaving a vast swath of damage. At least 40,000 homes have been damaged, according to Governor Bell Edwards. Oh, this is old. The death toll has risen to 11. Roads remain flooded and closed, while schools, businesses, and government offices has been shut down for days. The American Red Cross has called the storm the country's worst natural disaster since 2012, when Hurricane Sandy pummeled the East Coast. The Red Cross is mounting a massive relief operation, which we anticipate will cost at least $30 million. And that number may grow. Oh, that's fucking ridiculous. 30 million was the estimate for the insurance for that one little junction town south of Denham Springs. That one little intersection looking town they showed on the video. I forget the name of it. It's like Point Crossing or some crap like that. That's 30 million. This was a major metro area. Psh. Alright. That number may grow as we learn more about the scope and magnitude of the devastation. Alright. So, that was Brad Kiersman, Vice President for Disaster Services and Logistics for the Red Cross, in a statement he gave to the Washington Post. Many scrambling to escape the water or witnessing the devastation from afar have wondered why the flooding has not gotten more widespread amid national attention. Widespread national attention, excuse me. William W. Craig Fugate, administrator. Okay, William Fugate. Just give fucking first and last name. It's fine. Administrator of the Federal Emergency Management Agency referred to those concerns as a new news briefing Tuesday, but he assured residents that the federal government was deeply aware of the scope of what happened. Okay. This is a very large disaster impacting tens of thousands of people. No, hundreds of thousands of people, Fugate said. Irregardless of what it may be getting in the national coverage, we know this has been a significant impact here in Louisiana. President Obama declared flooding major disaster area, and so far 20 parishes have been added to that declaration, officials say. More than 60,000 people in the state have registered for FEMA assistance. Yeah, the fucking site is like crawling, okay? And there's people at shelters, there's people at other people's houses, there's people in their houses without power. You ain't even seen the fucking registration star, baby. Alright, so these people drying out their family photos, man, that's so. Authorities are also seeking to keep people off the streets at night, raising the specter of looting in a region where scores of homes have been abandoned. The East Baton Rouge Sheriff's Office said in a statement posted on Facebook that between Monday and Tuesday night, about 10 people had been arrested for looting in that parish. The tally included 4 men who the Sheriff's Office said broke into a Dollar General store and stole $750 worth of supplies. The Sheriff's Office announced a curfew between 10 p.m. and 6 a.m. First responders, many of whom face their own crises at home, have been racing to keep up with calls for help and rescue. Officials said it's unclear how many people are missing in neighborhoods that are still flooded. I don't know that we have a good handle on the number of people who are missing, Governor John Bel Edwards said at a news briefing Tuesday afternoon. He said it was likely that many who are missing are safe but unable to communicate with their loved ones. The number of those stranded and still needing rescue was next to impossible to say, said Mike Steele, a spokesman of the Governor's Office of Homeland Security and Emergency Preparedness. And it's changing every minute. In other neighborhoods where water has receded, the damage is only now becoming clear as residents return to begin cleaning up. The curbs in the Sherwood Forest Oaks neighborhood of Baton Rouge were lined with the detritus of people's lives Tuesday afternoon. Couches and mattresses, flat-screen televisions, and dressers, all waiting for a garbage truck to come. And there is Sorrento, which is, further towards New Orleans. You just keep going. That's where the water just kept going. While Baton Rouge begins cleaning up, water is still rising south of town. Inside one home, the air was humid and smelled of rotting food. The floors were covered in a thin layer of mud, and the refrigerator lay on its side, tossed by water that had risen to shoulder height, according to the marks left on the walls. Josh Rayleigh, 29 years old, an associate pastor at the Community Bible Church in Baton Rouge, was helping a church member haul armful after armful of ruined things outside. If Hurricane Katrina taught us anything, he said, we're looking at 6 to 9 months before anything gets back to normal, and probably longer. Sandy McGrew spent most of the first few days of the storm trying to keep her animals, including dozens of horses and 4 dogs, safe. Just a weird way to make that sentence. Okay. 2 of the horses died, so she had to tackle the question of how to dispose of their bodies. Oh, man. Sorry, Sandy, if you're watching this. But Tuesday, she said she had time to reflect on what had happened. She was living on the 2nd floor of her ranch, which she usually rents out to tenants. Her own home, the 1st floor, was devastated. Excuse me. The scene downstairs reminds me of the Titanic, she says. Everything floating, things that were in one room and now in another. I lost everything. I've been so focused since the water started rising on the safety of the horses that I couldn't think about my things. Horses are alright. Now what do I do? I don't really know where to go from here. Here we have a guy standing on his porch looking at his full-size trampoline, which looks like a half-size pond. Or kiddie pool. These numbers are ridiculous. Okay, well, you just found the lowest numbers you could find. And that's all you gave us. Well, earlier they had a map up here. I don't know what the fuck they did with it. I guess it made it look too obvious how bad it was. Damn. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and show you myself since they done covered it up. So let me just see if I can find the actual map that they just came out with here. And you can just see tons of images of just roads broken up, devastation, National Guard doing sandbags, flooded out homes, 18-wheelers. Look at this one. Jeez. Alright, so there should be a map of the affected parishes. There's that looks like the Katrina affected parish. That was in March. Yeah. I got my videos for that one too. Okay, come on. Cut it out! Frank's sake. This is my life. I want the kids fighting over something in there. I'm trying to help y'all see the scope of this damage here. And apparently that wasn't a good enough freaking search term to pull up. This is pissing me off. Alright. Really? Okay, let me see if I can get this damn thing. Full screen, come on. Alright. So here you see the, wow. That's not all the affected areas. Okay, I'll point them out for you since they don't freaking. This is ridiculous. I'm sorry. I'm sorry they don't have the fucking thing that I just saw up. Useless. No, okay. Like, seriously, I just saw the fucking map on that story, on the Washington Post story on my phone, and I go to it on a computer and they don't have that fucking map anymore. I'm trying not to waste time going and getting my phone and checking to see if that's still there. This is fucking ridiculous. Bring me my phone, please. That'll work. Forgot they're good for something. Alright, y'all stay quiet in there. I'm filming news here. Alright, so guess I'll just have to use my phone. I already downloaded the image though, so ha. Let's see here. Now, if I could only figure out what folder it's in, I'd be in good shape. Just bear with me for a second. In fact, here, while I'm looking at that, if y'all don't mind, I'll just go ahead and put up this freaking slideshow for you to look at. And yeah, let's call it an intermission. I'll even play some freaking music for you. Because I can't pause this video, so I got to go digging through my phone. And, yeah. That's it right there. Alright, so sorry about the abrupt ending of that music there. You might have been enjoying that. I understand.
So I'm going to go ahead and search for this image by the file name, I guess. file name 2300 Baton Rouge 0817. Caps. And search. And nothing. And JPG. And got it! Haha!
This concludes how to find an image on the internet. Huh. Fuck you. So, in case you haven't guessed it here, this is Russian hacking. How about that? See, you assume if something happens in this country that it's our government's fault, and you'd be wrong. Just take a step back and think about everything you've absorbed for the past 30 years. Most of it's wrong. It just needs to be adjusted a little bit. Especially if you've been paying attention. Especially if you have strong opinions about how wrong I am. Wouldn't take you much, and you'd have a whole new level of awareness. See, they don't, our government doesn't have power over the media. Viruses, trolls, hackers, spam, that has control over the media. And here you just saw it, a virus. Alright, so here we have it. Now this is this much is 15 miles. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh. 7 times 15 would be 105 miles wide. What? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's say just 5. So 180. Oh, I'm not going to do that big of math in my head, but 105 times 75, so 180 miles squared is how wide of an area this is affected here. This up here got flooded. This up here still could get flooded. Okay. Actually, no. This area got flooded. This needs to be declared a disaster area. I know people out there that got flooded. Okay. This is where we are. Well, I am right now. Okay. The rain mostly came from up here. Okay, and these are those river tributaries. I don't know if you can see them. Alright, so right here in Baton Rouge, this is kind of the greater Baton Rouge area right here. Okay. And the interstate, I-10 runs along this way, and I-12 goes along that way. Denham Springs is over here. Okay. Donaldson, Sorrento is over here. Okay. So you're looking at just what you've seen that I've showed you. All of this is flooded. Okay. Areas over here got flooded. Areas over here are being flooded right now. All of this got flooded. I mean, the water just literally came from up here and just spread out. So, and like I said, this is just the area that we got photos from. And yeah, wow. So that's how widespread this actually is. And there, give you an idea of the scale of it right there. This is most of the populated area of Louisiana minus New Orleans. I mean, basically, and half of New Orleans lives here now, you know? So, isn't that special? Just, isn't that special? Basically, we've practically had a state wiped out. And, yeah. There are hundreds of thousands, if not probably up to, I don't know, how big is the population of Louisiana? Just cut that in half. That's how many people are out of homes right now. So, that's going to be all for today. Sorry it took me so long to get to the Louisiana news. But, you know, there's a reason why all this is happening, people. And I don't like it any more than anybody else. But we all need a reality check. We all need to stop being divided before we get conquered. It's just that simple. And if you want to learn how that needs to happen, that's what this channel's for. I'd appreciate it if you subscribed if you haven't already. Please click the like button. Please share these videos if you find them compelling, if you think that your friends would be interested, if I'm not talking too much, you know. Especially those aerial footage videos. I just tried to let the camera go so people can see what's going on. And I'm going to go see what I can get today. Thanks again. Stay safe, stay dry. Peace.